All right, today we're going to talk about something that's, well, super frustrating for a lot of us content creators. Why you can create a perfectly optimized article and it still completely falls flat. We're going to explore what we're calling the content failure gap.
I mean, you've been there, right? You spend hours, maybe days on a piece. Your SEO tool is glowing bright green, you've got all the right keywords in all the right places, and hey, you're even getting some traffic. But then, nothing. Just crickets. No leads, no signups, no real impact. It's a massive frustration, and it's a very real problem.
And that right there, that's the core of the issue. This is the content failure gap. Think of it as this giant chasm between content that a search engine can find and content that a real live human actually wants to read. If you only get one side of that equation right, you're pretty much guaranteeing your content won't perform.
Okay, so if we're going to build a bridge across this gap, we've got to understand the two things that are creating it. On one side, you have the technical science of SEO, and on the other, you have the human art of readability.
Think of it like this. You've got tools like rank math, which are all about getting found. That's the science of making sure search engines see you. Then you've got tools like Grammarly, which are about getting understood. That's the art of being clear and connecting with a person. And here's the kicker. It's not about picking a side. The real magic happens when you get both of these to work together.
So let's talk about the SEO side for a second. The most important thing to get is that it's not about just chasing that little green dot in your plugin. Real mastery of SEO is about understanding what a user is actually trying to do when they type something into Google. That's called search intent.
And it really boils down to three main reasons why someone is searching. If their intent is informational, like how does a heat pump work, your job is to be the absolute best, most comprehensive guide out there. If it's commercial, like Best Smart Thermostats of 2025, you need to be a trusted advisor helping them compare options. And if it's transactional, like HVAC repair near me, you just need to make it incredibly easy for them to hire you. If you mismatch your content to their intent, you've lost before you've even started.
Okay, so let's say you've done all that. You've nailed search intent, the clicks are coming in, awesome. But that's literally only half the battle. Because if that perfectly ranked post is a pain to read, people are going to hit the back button in seconds. And this brings us to that crucial other side of the gap, readability.
Let's look at the usual suspects, the things that absolutely kill readability. First, there's passive voice. It just sounds weak and non-committal, and it subtly kills trust. Then you have overly complex sentences. They create what's called cognitive friction, basically making your reader's brain work way too hard. And of course, the dreaded wall of text. It's a huge visual cue that says, this is going to be work.
And look, if you need just one number to convince you why this is so critical, here it is. A whopping 80% of people online do not read your article word for word. They skim, they scan, they jump from heading to heading looking for the answer they need. So your content has to be built for skimmers. If it's not, it's just, well, it's not going to work. All right, so we get the problem, right? We see the gap. The big question is, how do we fix it? How do we actually build that bridge between the search engine and the human? The answer isn't about picking one over the other. It's about making them work together in perfect harmony.
And this is where it all clicks into place. It's a simple idea, but it's a game changer. Every part of your article's structure, but especially your headings, needs to do two jobs at the same time.
Let me show you exactly what that means. For the robot, for Rank Math and Google, your heading needs to have keywords to signal what the section is about. Simple enough. But for the human, the person skimming your page, that exact same heading has to be so clear and descriptive that they could read only the headings and still understand the main points of your entire article. Your headings are dual agents, working for both sides.
So when you put all this together, you get a totally new way of thinking about creating content. It's a blueprint, really, a clear 4-step workflow you can use to close that content failure gap every single time.
This is the whole process step by step. Step 1, before you even think about writing, you define the user's intent and your main keyword. That's your pre-work. Step 2, you write, but you only write for a human. Forget keywords, forget SEO, just focus 100% on clarity. Step 3, now you go back and structure that beautiful draft. You break up the text, you add lists, and you write those dual agent headings. This is where you bring both worlds together. And finally, step 4, this is the last thing you do. You add the final SEO polish, the internal links, the metadata, and a final keyword check.
This is the core philosophy that changes everything. It's a complete mindset shift. You don't start with a rigid SEO box and try to cram human language into it. No. You build your foundation on clear, compelling, human-first writing, and then you use SEO as the final polish to help the right people discover it.
So I'll leave you with this question. Take a hard look at your own content. Is it really built to be found, or is it built to be understood? Are you writing for an algorithm, or are you writing for the person you want to connect with, to help and to persuade? Because at the end of the day, only one of those approaches actually leads to results that matter.